Hello and welcome to the Banter Blitz show. A little bit late, but I had to do something, fix something in the, what is that called, in the cellar, right? Anyway, let's get going and play some games. And you have to really take note of the 15% discount voucher code ChessExplained, of course. If you want to get premium, use my code. So let's get some challenges in. I'm going to play Paolo. We tried in the German show, but it didn't work out. So let's see what Paolo is playing. E5. So we are probably going to get Scotch 4 knights. Oops, it's a bit uncommon. Yeah, and also not so great because I'm happy to have this undamaged structure, and black has no real compensation for the bad structure. Let's see how this works out. I definitely like to trade material. Yeah, a king and pawn ending would be yeah, winning or close to winning at least. So I'm just trading. I'm a bit surprised that he's just, that it seems to be that he's totally fine with trading. Black, I mean, black is not yet in grave danger, but it's still a little bit surprising that he's so happily going along with all the trades. Yeah, don't mind. Now he has to go knight e8. That's also not a happy move. Yeah, again, it's basically like a position where I'm a pawn up, almost. Yeah, knight c4. Yeah, that I underestimated. Well, it's a bit annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah, that I'm really unhappy about what I did here. I mean, black's play was really quite bad, and I did not play that well at all. Yeah, not too nice. Okay, knight d4. He's going to go knight e5 probably. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm still having some chances here. Knight b5, yes, to go back. I go knight d4. Really? Why is that working? I don't get it. He just continues. I've got 1 minute 44 on the clock. I mean, I played it pretty... I didn't play well, but was it really that bad that you have to... Okay. Thanks for the game, Paolo. Okay. We have... Daniel 2005 or Daniel 2005. Yeah, I'm still unhappy how I played this. It was not well played at all. Trying something a little bit offbeat. This type of opening I actually played quite a lot in my junior years. Trying to get out of mainstream theory. Something that definitely works quite well. Yeah, you get a non-theoretical position that is oftentimes quite unbalanced. A little bit surprised that he's taking time now. Yeah, it was kind of the only move anyway. Taking on e5 looked really weird, so d5 is a forced move. You can play knight d4, but after white taking, this isn't something special at all. This is a very slow approach, but I want to get rid of that slightly problematic bishop. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this position. White has more space. It has some King's Indian features, but one thing that's definitely in play here, I don't have a dark squared bishop on g7. That is potentially a bad piece in the long run. I have two knights, which is pretty okay here. Schelling is deep in his preparation for Nicolas Lubbe. What's going on there? Is there a battle of Chess 24 blitzes on the way, or what's going on there? What kind of battle is that? Ah, they will face in Lüneburg. Yes, yeah, there is this. This is I think this is a round robin tournament, right? For IMGM norms, yeah. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Nicolas doesn't have a single norm, right? He doesn't have a GM norm at all. He had 2,500, but he needs the norms. Not sure how many IM norms Lucas has. He certainly has the playing strength. But yeah, this is like having the strength is good, but the title is not. You still have to do it. It's not as easy as many people think. It took me a very long time because I tended to play really bad in those decisive games where you have to score for the norm, a win, a draw, whatever. I never got my best possible performance in those situations. I rather played badly. Try to dislodge the knight so that b4 is getting under attack. Maybe he goes b5. Yeah, I will get the knight to e5. That is a really, really nice piece there. It's good to see that there are actually closed round robin GM tournaments around in Germany. See that really rarely. And it's a bit surprising because there is definitely a market for that. People are interested. GM norms, IM norms. I think IM norms probably is even, there's wider interest there because I think more people are actually able to get an IM norm. I mean, just even if you are like a regular 2,200, you can try, let's say, at least to play in such an event and see how you fare. Yeah, I was thinking that there are some mating ideas, but I don't really get them in. Yeah, exactly. I played b6 so that no b6 from white and bishop a6 was possible. I cannot play for mate here somehow. What I did there wasn't strictly necessary, but I had the time to do it. Yeah, knight is covering everything. Yeah, I was hoping for such a scenario that the knights will become good in that static structure, but probably something that white could have avoided. Yeah, thanks for the game, Daniel 2005. Who is on? Mike Wu. I haven't played him, so let's do that. Yeah, probably he's got a nice day off. The US has got 4th of July. I should have played the English opening then, yeah, against an American on 4th of July. $1,500. Yeah, 1,500 sounds a bit more dangerous than 1,600. That's true. Those provisional ratings oftentimes don't reflect the true playing strength. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this position. I've got a good central control there, d4 and d4. And black does not have clearly, at least to me, defined counterplay. Maybe knight b6 is a move here. But then I have knight d5, right? Knight d5, queen d2, knight e7, check. Yeah, that is actually on here as well. Yeah, there's some discussion there about Independence Day. Discussion is a little bit much, but some bantering, which kind of fits here with the show. I'm a bit wondering here, because King h8 is the only move anyway. That he invested some time. Actually, what I found really funny today was that there was a tweet. You can guess by whom, obviously Donald Trump. There was a tweet that somehow he has written a fair amount of books in his career or something like that. And to that, Joan K. Rowling of Harry Potter fame just retweeted that and just wrote a whole page of ha 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 ha. It was nice. Not particularly subtle, but still was good enough for some fun at breakfast this morning. Okay, so I snatched the e7 pawn. Yeah, this I kind of reckoned with. I thought that didn't work actually. I thought I'm basically trapping the rook if I go here. Why not take the rook? How could I have taken the rook? I didn't see how I can take a rook. I saw how I can trap it. Bishop c3 first. Yeah, that was possible. Well, it looks okay, right? There's no meaningful counterplay. No. I should try to play the most active moves. And now if he takes b4, there's d7 for the taking. I couldn't take the rook, knight e7, and so on, because I had to recapture on d2. He had taken my queen, so I couldn't just capture on e7. Trying to trap the knight. Nah, I'm not yawning because I'm a genius or anything. I'm yawning because it's too hot in my apartment. Yeah, I know, maybe intelligent people are more chaotic and therefore have irregular sleeping patterns, therefore they yawn more. I don't know, maybe this is the idea behind that study that is mentioned. Okay, the mechanic he had challenged earlier, I think. Oh, knight c3. It's a rare move. It's not too bad. I think the main reason it is not played that often, knight c3, is that it is very transpositional and mostly leads to openings that are not considered to be dangerous for black. So it has actually relatively little independent value. One problem is, I think that after, I didn't do that, but after knight c3, d5, that e4 and then d4 is probably quite good for black. Okay, so he has given me a pawn, and it is the d4 pawn, not some lousy pawn on the edge of the board. Means that I should be fine here, really. Yeah, even bishop f5 comes into consideration here. Yeah, it looks like I'm just attacking e4 and it might just drop. Happy to centralize. Attack the knight and then next maybe like rook e6, ideas like that. I mean, it's not clear what he does with the knight. It doesn't have good squares. That's the issue. If you give up a central pawn, you quite often really don't control the center all that much. And if you check the center, it's completely controlled by my pieces. So it's a bit of a dilemma for white. Yeah. I'm slightly tempted to take that. Simply because my bishop doesn't look that great either. But his knight is so bad, so you cannot take that piece. It just hurts to think about it. Okay. Not sure what bishop f4 does. Bishop c7 maybe. Yeah, I mean it looks very, very nice here, this whole position. Yeah, now the bishop on c5 is kind of... It looks like there could be some tactical ideas based on this. I have the e-file. That's really, really quite important. I can take with a knight, actually. That's not a bad idea, maybe. Knight is nicely placed there on e6. And the question now is, what about b5? Takes, knight takes. That's not, again, not too convincing. Knight c5 would push the queen away. But I would need to move the bishop, and then b6 is hanging, and I cannot cover b6 with anything that is remotely sensible. Okay, this is the most active play. Let's do it. I made a mistake though. Knight a5. I wanted to go bishop b6, but he's got b4, which I completely forgot about that this is on. Working on a holiday. Yeah, well, it's not a holiday in Germany, of course. And yeah, I mean, actually, I don't really have holidays. My job is basically the same no matter what day it is. I do my lessons, I write, and so on. It's not a big deal. I have a pawn. I mean, the pawn that he gave me on move 4 or 5. But that's it. He cannot take. I mean, I have this pre-move entered simply because it's a simple pre-move that, but white will not capture. Probably queen should be 2. Well, taking. Taking knight c5, bishop d4. Yeah, it is probably going to be enough. Yeah, I need the king. There's absolutely no way around that. Ah, okay. I should have played h5. And it was slightly silly not to do that. I think I'm still winning because the pawns are basically, yeah, you cannot keep them. I will win the second pawn for sure. Okay, I did not take the second pawn, but I think this is just more convincing. Okay, I don't know who's going to win the Soccer World Cup, obviously. But I don't know. I don't even have such a clear, like a favorite or anything, or somebody that I would like to win. Maybe of all the teams still in there, England the most, because I think, I mean, they have, England is the country, yeah, the football country, and they have not won since 1966. Yeah, we're talking 52 years. This is a really, really long time. I mean, that means like more than half of the population never actually experienced the team winning something. And of course, that also applies to other countries like Uruguay or something. But I mean, yeah, Europe is somewhat nearer to me. So probably I would be happy with England winning it. But I don't really have a great not heavily invested there in any way emotionally, or I don't care all that much. Yeah, I don't mind if Belgium wins. If they beat Brazil and everything, yeah, then it's certainly deserved. Yeah, well, certainly is strong, but very likely it is then a very deserved victory. Yeah, Turbo X is playing the Petrosian variation of the King's Indian, the line that I'm playing myself against this opening. Kind of feels a little bit like I'm playing playing against myself. So I traded the dark squared bishop. That's not too bad. But I don't have a completely clear counterplay. I really like those positions from the white side because I think black's counterplay is quite... It's not really that dangerous. Okay, so what is his idea? Knight to c4 maybe? Okay, I'm going to cover d6. I had c6. I'm such a stupid moron, yeah. Of course c6. I mean, I know this bloody opening, yeah. I wanted to go rook queen a8 first, yeah, and then I felt, queen b6. What a clever idea. No, that was not a mouse slip. No, that's totally fine. He asked me if I have a mouse slip. I just blundered that. I can, of course, I could resign him, but yeah, what the heck. Stupid. Rook on a4 is, of course, a liability, and I should have seen that. It's a very typical motif, that c6 is oftentimes even strong when it does not win any material. Yeah. Yeah, that was more of a brain slip than a mouse slip. Yeah, absolutely. The only reason I'm continuing is that White has some piece placements that are a bit odd, yeah, a bit odd. The pin here and so on. It's not really a problem, and White is winning, of course, but it is it's that glimmer, that little glimmer of hope that you sometimes have. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should resign, get more people the opportunity to play. Sometimes a bit stubborn. Yeah, makes sense. I don't know, I always have that hope. You have to. It's absolutely a good thing to be an optimist playing chess. It is helpful. I mean, the position would be even, I mean, of course, it would be completely lost even if he had not, even if there wasn't a pawn on d7. But with the pawn on d7, it is utterly dead. You cannot move pieces away even. Okay, king h1, knight g3, check. Okay, he avoided that. But that's what I meant, that's what I meant. Those things can happen. Okay. Now he's a very optimistic player himself. So knight g3 is not a problem? Not at all? Maybe not. But Okay, it has some threats, of course. Let's do it. I mean, I'm playing this anyway, so it's kind of pointless to not do it. So takes, rook h1. I have a couple of checks at least. I mean, he cannot just promote or play queen d6. That's not working, simply. Aha. Okay. So I could check here. I can play queen e3. Not sure that queen e3 does much. I can also check here and take g2. Yeah, that looks best. And now I can still check. Okay, he's got 30 seconds. I'm gambling here, h3, whatever. Cannot take the knight due to h2. Yeah, this I don't know, because, I mean, okay, he's got no check now. Take here, take f2. f3, I mean. So take this. It's probably better to do that, yeah, just for gambling. I mean, his king is super wide open. Check. Can also check here, king c2. And knight d4 check. Anyway, he's plundering the queen. Yeah, I told you. You always got to have hope. Thanks for the game, Turbo X. That was a swindle, of course, but that's what it is. That's somehow the nature of this opening. You have to kill it more than once. And just one thing, I don't really want to make an analysis there, but if you like when you're here, you should probably play some prophylactic move. I mean, okay, this is totally winning. I'm not going to argue there, but that gets a little bit tricky with the time situation. It's really not that easy. I've lost so many games like that. Okay, like on the white side of the King's Indian, completely outplaying the opponent and then losing to some silly tricks. I need to get some light. Real Varro. No, c4. A6 is really by far the most popular move in this position. I'm quite surprised actually at that. Oh, there's a person on the screen. Was it really dark before already? I did not really notice that. Okay, let's go to d5. Yeah, so I don't really have all that much here, right? Anyway, that's a Maroczy bind, and white does never lose in the Maroczy unless you blunder stuff. At least that's my take. I always wonder how you can lose if you don't blunder stuff in this opening. Anyhow, knight f6, yeah. That actually are a bit too many trades in some way. A bit too many trades. Naja. It's what it is. Oh, that was actually a bit silly what I did. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. But it's one of the worst positions I've had out of Maroczy bind. Yeah, I should play a b33 as black. Yeah, you know, you cannot force it. I can play a Sicilian. I really don't mind that. He offered to draw. That is actually a pretty tempting proposition. But it's a bit lame, you know, in the context of such a show. The position is definitely nothing good for me. Oh, that's a bit surprising. I mean, it's nothing terrible what he did, but I'm a bit surprised still. Very actively defending this. Yeah. In all likelihood, this is still some kind of draw. Okay. That's a weird move. Is there a way to avoid the capture there? Yeah, I can take this. I mean, Oh my. I don't know if this is a draw. I really don't know what this is. I would rather think it's a win, but yeah, it should be a win, but I'm not entirely certain. Those things I never really invested much time on. Yeah, so I thought this should be helpful. Maybe this is a wrong idea, but I thought it would be helpful. Check. And a pin. Now G2 doesn't work, he cannot move the rook. And this is not bad for me, right? That's the problem. Tough game, tough game. I think it's a win. It should be a win with the pawn that far behind. I mean, but far behind is wrong. I mean, I know that pawn on f7 is a draw with rook e6, g6. That's a fortress. Anyway, yeah, thanks for the game, Real Varo. Yeah, those endings are interesting to know. Yeah, it's a good thing if you know those things. I don't really. I mean, I really never invested time on that. I never had it on the board. Like, I had never ever had rook and pawn against queen on the board in 30 years of tournament chess. Not a single one. I had queen against rook once. That was last year. Okay, Zurid is playing this ancient defense to the Scotch 4 knights, which gives white a pretty nice position. Oh, gives me a pawn. Gimme. Oops. Okay. So I'm a pawn up, but black is quite active. That's absolutely the case. Not entirely certain how I should do this. Maybe this is wrong, but at least this is an easy. These are easy moves. I thought that helps. Oh, that definitely helps. Ouch. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Today I saw something that was really quite intriguing, and I have to do some research on that. And there is a new book released just a couple of days ago, I guess. It's called something, I'm not sure actually, Chess Opening Preparation, something to that account, by Jan Elvest, the former, I think, Estonian grandmaster who's now living in the US for many years. And he has released a book, and it's again Chess Opening Preparation, and somebody posted a screenshot on Reddit of the table of contents, and he actually has a chapter in that book that is called Chess Openings for Women. And I really wondered what this is all about. I mean, why exactly do you need a chapter for that? Yeah, I really have no clue, because, I mean, isn't that kind of a weird thing to make a chapter on? Yeah, I'm kind of interested to learn what this is all about. And I'm fairly certain it's not something stupid. It's not some stupid sexist thing. I mean, there must be some kind of point behind it. That book is released by Quality Chess, and the mastermind is Mr. Orgard, and he's like, he's not the kind of guy who would publish a book with that has some sexist content. That just wouldn't work. So I'm kind of curious what Elvest is doing in that book. Okay. I'm 96. Oh wait, c5 is checkmate. I shouldn't do that. Let's go back. In fact, this is trapping the rook. Okay, thanks for the games to read. I don't necessarily would say that that title or whatever is a blunder per se. It's just interesting to read what they have in there. I mean, maybe they have some sort of interesting whatever argument. I have no clue what it is. I'm just saying, I'm curious. Oh, B33. Yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah, I apologize. Okay. Yeah. UBHJJ was basically hoping for the Sveshnikov, which e1, e5 is kind of a non-starter for. Yes. But maybe. I don't want to be too optimistic there. I'm thinking about it next game. Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, again, I'm curious what they have there. That I don't think that this will be something entirely stupid. I mean, they will have some sort of point with it. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. I'm happy that I have the e4 square, but okay. How do I play this? I think I'm quite happy here because this e4 square is something I can play for. But it's obviously not much. This is crazy. Nothing special. It's just if you use some sort of, if you use a website with searches there where you search for a certain item, make sure that the search criteria are narrow enough, otherwise you're getting millions of messages. And I keep getting messages for a car search like every 3 minutes. It was just not the kind of search that was precise enough. Yeah, and the boring Petrov is giving me a completely winning positions and 20 something moves. Yeah, thanks for the game, Luisen. Okay, Marky Mark. Yeah, I'm really not that certain what this chapter is all about. The one thing that I can definitely say, and this is just a matter of my own experience, and it is a limited experience, so there is no big study or whatever big scientific background to that. But what I definitely have found, but this is really that has different sides to it, let's say, is that when you are in junior events and you see the, oh, that's cute, bam, a typical tactic, winning the queen. If he takes it, otherwise I win the house, the exchange. Check and 93. What I recognized in junior events, because I've been at the German Junior Championships now for 3 times, that generally, if you look at the opening prep, the opening preparation for the girls is more relying on things, lines, ideas that some coach, some trainer, teacher actually has looked at them in training sessions. Like, yeah, the term is usually, yeah, he showed me that opening, or he demonstrated that idea to me, and so on. And this is something that you don't get with the boys at all. They will do their own opening work and research and have books and databases and stuff. This is probably how also not a gender thing, but probably also a level thing, because as you're getting stronger, you do more of your own work and rely less on what a coach tells you. But I'm really not certain if this is just that, or is something that where maybe the boys are more, let's say, interested in this somewhat dry research work. I'm not really sure. I'm just saying that is my experience. and that again, it doesn't even have a big sample size, but it's something that I really recognize. You don't really hear it that some female participant will tell you, yeah, I've got ChessBase and databases and tons of books, and I looked at that, and nice that you tell me that, but I have my own files or whatnot. That simply does not happen. But again, it could be a matter of playing strength rather than gender. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had queen d1, but he's got knight e1 or something. Maybe it was better. I don't know. I'm just material up for not much. Didn't think it mattered all that much. Maybe queen d1 was stronger. Possible. Oh, I didn't see that. That's not good. Blundered this. Blundered the knight. I mean, okay, it's still a pretty nice position. And h6 would have won the knight now because it has no square. Okay, that session is coming to an end, and I feel I'm running out of gas now. Yeah, been tired the whole session, but now I'm really playing some pretty darn unnecessary moves. Yeah, he's still extremely limited there. The bishop cannot move. It is a fairly bad position still. Okay. Yeah, material up. Yeah, I'm trying to invade with the rooks now. E2, B2, lots of material is hanging. Okay. How many pawns? I've got 5 extra pawns. That's nice. Five is good. What is Marquis doing here? I mean, it's really enough. Oops, took it. Yeah, thanks for the game, Marquis Mark. Should take note of that little trick. That's a nice one. If white takes it, there's a check, and here the queen is trapped. Yeah, the moves that have to be played is f2 has to be only be covered by the king, and the knight here has to be on d2 that the queen has no squares. There has to be no c3, e3. Everything worked perfectly for that little tactic. Okay, Mort N is challenging me, and somehow this is a graphical artifact. What's going on here? Oops, what's going on? Okay, I hope this game is actually going. It's a little bit weird what happened there. Let's see if Mort is playing. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, got plenty of other challenges. Schrummel and Lawrence Trent. I think that's really a cool name. Would be really funny if his name is Karol Majewski, but it would be somewhat similar to Lawrence. Okay, I'm going to play the the Petrov again. The results are really nice in Blitz. Those somewhat simple positions are often quite easy to play. 95 is a bit surprising. I'm not sure what he's up to. G4? No. Sorry, interesting. Yeah, I'm not happy about G6, but what else? That's a bit strange, but yeah, white is fine. I don't know. Queen to f3. Maybe knight e5 I should have answered differently. Yeah. I did not really think that this is such a big issue. I mean, he wins this pawn, but I've got a really nice bishop on e6 now. I was thinking this move. Okay, it's a blitz game, so don't overcomplicate it. I'm basically quite happy with this position, but it doesn't look like I played it in a perfect way, somehow. Okay, yeah, he's not going to grab the c6 also, but rather develop. Really? It's tough to believe. That you have time for such a convenience move. Yeah, it's got c4 obviously, but let's try to open this up. maybe bishop d5 wasn't even right. I don't know. No, d4 is under attack. And not sure what his move is. After rook d1, even c5 comes into consideration. The main thing is he has nothing out. He's got nothing developed. Yeah. d5, bishop d4 seems very likely to happen. I don't really know what else he's got. No move. Can sack the exchange, but that won't be enough. Rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes this, yeah. And I've got here. That is preventing bishop h6. As some potential counterplay idea. Yeah, I don't really see a move here. He doesn't have a move. Here I should be able to take. Cannot believe that he can take e4 here without being completely killed. So I take here. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way. Queen g2, check. 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 And mate on f1. Yeah, and Lawrence resigns. Yeah, thanks a lot for the game, Lawrence Trent. I think I never played Lawrence, the UK Lawrence Trent. Okay, Kasparov fan is on, and that's going to be the final game for the session. I wanted to do a 3-minute. Okay, anyway, I started late anyway, so it's okay if I do some extra minutes. What is Kasparov fan up to? Do I have tea? This is the more important question, but I don't think I have. Yeah. A really small amount left. Yeah, Kasparov fan is not playing. That's not good. Is there a 3-minute challenge? No. GM Matador I can play. Yeah, in the main line of the Scotch 4 Knights. Really easy opening to play for white, I believe. You have some fairly standard setups and maneuvers that you can play, and you still have sorry, slight chances for a pull in some of those endings. It is not much, but my experience is that you can, in fact, sometimes at least put some pressure on black, even if it does not look like it initially. Okay, so might go c5. Going to f3. This is a not so common way of playing this, but it's something that I saw when I analyzed this opening, that it can be an idea. My knight is actually wrong for this plan. But okay, I can try. Knight d3, f4. That's where it should be for this type of play. I don't mind that, unless there is some activity issue. Knight on b2 is of course not well placed. I would love to have it on e3 or on d4. The question is, do I get there? Let's try. I think this makes sense. I'm covering the pawn. He cannot go d4. The rook is hanging. And I'm on my way there. If he now plays d4, I think I should be able to take it. The knight on c3. The square is cleared on c3. Yeah. Maybe I can do that here. Christof is sending a message that he missed the acceptance of the challenge. Yeah, sometimes it really happens. Usually I would easily do it, accept another challenge, but this is going to be the final game of the show, so we have to do it next time. Okay, I finally got this. I got this knight onto d4. I don't want to take and give him give him the e4 square. I definitely need to trade at least one rook here. Yeah, and he did not cooperate. How do I make any headway? Okay. Yeah, I was thinking f4, f5, but obviously that has some drawbacks as well. Maybe I can play with rook e2 and then rook e1. Like, trying to provoke him to take, which still I would welcome. I'm not sure if this is the right assumption, but yeah, he's got that play. Yeah, he has defended this okay. It looks nice for me still. I think if you like, it looks a little bit nicer for white, but it's really tough to imagine what I could do. Just, yeah, get something real out of it. Okay, now he puts this on light squares. He's got this idea to play rook h4, rook h2 in some cases. It's really odd. So king f4 is going to play. I can go to e5 though. No, I don't. I want to try this at least. I'm not sure if it is good, but I just don't want to just sit and wait and rather try something. I don't know. I don't know if black can be better here. I think if I want to make a draw, I can just sit and wait. Okay, so I can take this. Yeah, and this is the thing that really was putting me off the whole thing, that there is this pin, but I couldn't really see something for him to use that. And I have rook a7 as an enormous threat. Rook a7. Wait, bishop a4 check actually. That's a bit easier. Yeah, it's a cold shower. I don't know really what was going on there. It all of a sudden turned into a rather complicated ending, or at least it wasn't just like completely dull or anything. There was some things to try. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the show, or the shows. Could I have done that one move earlier? Yes. I could have done this one move earlier. Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back next week, also on Wednesday. That will be a later show, an earlier show, I'm sorry. Very likely we'll start with the English show at 6:30, a little bit earlier. And also, very likely, this show will switch from Wednesdays to another day of the week, very likely Thursdays, but that's not settled yet. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I can tell you in about 2 weeks. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next week, bye bye.